today's lesson today, we're talking about taking up your cross and what that means. And this comes from the book of Matthew, chapter 16, verses 16 through 28. Now, Jesus, when he was alive here on earth, he spent a lot of time with his 12 disciples. And he did a lot of teaching to crowds and different people around. But the 12 disciples were pretty lucky because they got to hear a lot more of his teaching. And during this part, he was talking to them about what was going to happen with the cross. And they didn't fully understand it. And really, honestly, they couldn't even understand it until everything was already done and over with. But he was trying to prepare them. And while he was talking to them about that, he told them about how you need to follow God and put him first. Now, there's a lot of things that we enjoy in life. And maybe you like music or dance, sports, lots of things that could be really good. But sometimes those can become idols. What's an idol? Well, an idol is anything that you put before God. So if you think that something is way more important than God, or you put more energy in it than spending time with God and putting God first, that can become an idol. So all of those things can be good things, but we have to make sure that we always put God first. And one thing that we can do too is as we read through the Bible and we read about how Jesus lived his life, we can live using that example. He gives us a great example of how we are to treat people, how we are to live our lives, and how we are to put God first. He even took time away to be able to spend time with God and pray and talk to him, just like we need to do. Now, right now, you're probably missing a lot of things that you enjoy doing. You're not able to do sports or maybe dance. Maybe you're missing some things at school that you would normally do that are a lot of fun, or being with your friends. But you have to remember that the thing that's most important is God. And it's okay to miss those things, and it's okay to enjoy those things, as long as we remember that we're still putting God first. And while we're kind of on a break from some of those things, this week, take some time to think about all those things that you enjoy doing. Thank God for the opportunities that you have to do those, but make sure that when you're thinking about those things, that you're still putting God as most important. And it can be anything. It can be electronics, it can be money, it can be any of those things that, again, they can be good things, but we have to make sure that they're not the most important thing to us. And you know what? Eventually you'll be able to get back to doing some of those things. And it's okay to feel sad and miss them. We're all kind of missing things right now, and that's okay. Just remember that we can go to God, put him first. Eventually we'll get back to some of those things that we're doing for fun. But now is a great time to really think about, even when you go back to those things, how can you still put God first above all of that stuff? So take some time this week, talk it over with your family. Talk about the things that you like to do, the things that maybe you're missing out on that make you sad. It's okay to share that with each other and talk it through. But then come up with some ideas how when you can get back to doing those things, how you can still put God first, even in all of those things you enjoy doing.